Good job building a lead and not letting up. Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games. The French defense prepares for d5, but blocks in the light-squared bishop in exchange for a strong center and counterattacking chances. d4 grabs full control of the center and opens up the dark-squared bishop. d5 is a counterattack in the center that threatens the e4 pawn. Knight c3 defends the e4 pawn and pressures the d5 pawn. d takes e4 opens up the center, captures the e4 pawn and allows the queen to attack the d4 pawn. Knight takes e4 captures the undefended e4 pawn and centralizes the knight. Knight d7 develops the knight toward the center and prepares to play knight gf6, when if white captures the knight on f6, then black can recapture with the knight on d7. Knight f3 develops the knight toward the center, supports the d4 pawn and controls the e5 square. Knight gf6 develops the knight toward the center and attacks the knight on e4. Bishop d3 develops the bishop toward the center and protects the e4 knight. You exchange pieces of equal value. Recaptures. You had a better option, but this is not bad. Castling kingside tends to be safer than queenside, because the king is further from the center. You attack a bishop, winning a tempo when it moves away. This defends the attacked bishop. You trade off equal material. Takes back. You're preparing for the game ahead, activating the bishop in the opening. Out comes the queen and into the battle. Castling on the same side of the board as your opponent is a solid choice. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. You take back. This kicks a bishop. You are threatening to eventually win material. This threatens to tactically win a queen. You stopped your opponent from being able to tactically win a queen. Recaptures. This move is okay, but not what I would have played. This activates a piece and simultaneously wins time by attacking a queen. You further develop your pieces by moving the queen. The piece finds a new active square. You are threatening to tactically win a pawn. This overlooks an opportunity to offer an equal trade of pieces. This is the only move that works and you found it. This misses an opportunity to threaten checkmate. You win time by threatening a rook. This moves the rook to safety. The only move and you found it, developing the bishop and increasing influence in the center. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. Developing is good and even better with that tempo on a queen. This moves the queen to safety. This is a fine move. This moves the rook to safety. You are threatening to force eventual checkmate. This defends a rook that was under attack and had no defenders. That was a fair trade. Takes back. Well done, an excellent move. This is a fair move. Yes, this is the way. A very strong play. A good choice to move your threatened pawn. A solid choice. Nice, definitely the right move. This is the strongest option. You're kicking their queen out of a useful square. This moves the queen to safety. You win time by threatening a queen. This moves the queen to safety. You made a passed pawn. One of the best moves. Good thinking. This move puts your piece into a stronger, more active position. A very strong play. Good job. That's what I would have played too. A solid choice. You captured that free pawn. One of the best moves. That's a useful pin you found. A very strong play. You attack a queen, winning a tempo when it moves away. This offers an equal trade of pieces. That was an even swap of material. Recaptures. Passed pawns must be pushed. Right on target. Your passed pawn is one step closer to promotion. After all captures, this is an equal trade. You captured back. This wins a pawn. Your opponent has to watch that passed pawn. White's knight has moved to a square with greater activity and control. That rook move to the 7th rank was strong. This loses a knight, but the position was losing no matter what. You captured that free knight. You are threatening to force eventual checkmate. This stops the opponent from being able to force eventual checkmate. Your passed pawn advances to its goal. Very precise. Passed pawns must be pushed. A solid choice. That pawn chain will help strengthen your pawn structure. That's fine. You kick the opposing rook with a pawn, forcing it away. This is the strongest option. Your move gets closer to checkmate. You won a rook for free. Right on target. Getting closer to the forced checkmate. Very precise. You continue the checkmate attack. This is the strongest option. You're continuing down the road to checkmate. This wins. This steps away from the checking bishop. Your move gets closer to checkmate. This evades the check from the queen. You did it. Nice checkmate.